This video has been a long time coming. To be honest, I've been putting it off for a long time, and I think it's because once I say it out loud, it becomes real. This isn't an easy one to make, but it's something I think I do need to share with all my fans and supporters and people that have always supported me since the beginning. And if you're watching this, you know how much this means to me. For the past 12 to 15 years of my life, drifting has been everything to me. I've been lucky enough to win 6 championships here in Australia, compete against some of the best in the world, and experience moments I'll never forget. Between 2017 and 2019, me and my dad took things to a whole nother level. We built another car on the side of the world, literally from scratch, and flew over there 5 to 7 times a year just to compete, just the two of us. It was chaos, it was stressful, but it was ours. We were a father-son team taking on the world, and somehow we made it work. But then things changed. Like everybody else, COVID happened and it changed the world forever. Traveling stopped, inflation happened, sponsorships dried up, and it almost became impossible. And as the years went on, everything got harder. The cost of competing overseas has absolutely skyrocketed, from freight to travelling to logistics to parts to tyres to everything involved to be able to run a program overseas. It's become almost impossible from us on the other side of the world. We held on for so long, and it's been something I've been telling myself every single year. It's something we'll get back to, and we're going to keep trying. But reality has caught up. So here it is. The green car in Europe has been sold. It's officially gone and no longer ours. The car's been sitting for 6 years, and let's be honest, it's probably not in a state that's able to be competitive at this point in time. Technology has moved on and the sport has evolved. To bring that car back to a competitive level, we know it requires a lot of time and a lot of money. Selling the car doesn't really push us back, but keeping the car doesn't really push us forward either. That car wasn't just a car, it was a dream. Every late night, every flight, every bit of work we put into that car to make it work on a shoestring from another country, that dream, that represents everything that was involved. It was me and my dad against the world, chasing something that we loved and something we wanted to conquer. And those memories, they'll stay with me forever. I want to be clear, this isn't the end of drifting for me. I'm still very much in love with the sport, and drifting is everything I want to be. We've had such a great success in my career, and this is a realistic choice that we had to make. But right now, for us, we have to take a step back from overseas drifting, which is something we did 6 years ago. But I guess now officially, we have to make that real. Unless something major changes, like sponsorship, new opportunities, a new pathway, chasing the dream overseas just isn't realistic. That doesn't mean we're giving up, it just means we're changing the story. I just want to say thank you to everybody who supported me. The fans, the teams, the people cheering on the sidelines, my parents, my dad for coming across the world with me and making this possible. Anybody who bought merch or simply cheered us on from the sidelines, you made this all possible for us. It's been the ride of a lifetime. And who knows, maybe one day we'll come back and we'll get to perform in front of you all again. But for now, it's time to say goodbye to that car and say goodbye to this incredible chapter of our lives. Thank you everybody for your support. Let's take a moment and look back on some of the great memories we had in that car.
Next up, we have got another international guest, Mitch Larner, the Thunder from down under in that LSA 800 horsepower this year on V8 under the bonnet of his one Via, and he said this year he's doing a full season, and if he doesn't break that Irish streak well, he's not going to be happy. Today, he's going to be going for that very thing. Could it all come down to it? 15 years? One of these two guys may just take it down for the second run.
Exactly, on the line, the Thunder from down under. Mitch Larner making his return back to IDC this season, said he would never go anywhere else, Dave. He's back to take
Oh, look at this entry from Mitch Larner. Big weight transfer as he fires through that first corner. Wow.
Look at this from Larner, absolutely nailing this line. Nice.
Mitch Larner in the supercharged LS at Westlake Tire. Look at the angle from Mitch Larner. Can he hold it? He does. Wow.
Incredible stuff there from Mitch Larner. Can we see him hold this together and go top of qualifying?
That was insane, Eddie. He just stole the show there. 90-degree entry from Mitch. He goes 90 again.
Almost backwards. Almost backwards from Mitch Larner.
I think he's just destroyed the grid here. He's done 2 backwards entries in 1 run, and he's put it across the line.
Guys, make some noise.
What was
you
that?
can guarantee our fans in Australia will be going absolutely nuts. Judges applauding. Will he go top? He needs to better an 88. Mitch Larner.
He does go top with an 89.5. Mitch Larner tops qualifying with one of the most insane runs in Watergrass Hill. The end of this battle to get his car back ready again, remember, and that time is running out.
Larner is door to door with him for good point 1, but understeer again from Larner as they transition into Mobile 1. Mitch Larner right on the door of the Jap Speed Tyres Maxis R32. They're banging wheels on transition. Look at this.
Oh, contact!
Big contact!
Contact on
and
transition.
They keep in it. They absolutely keep it.
Andello, make some noise.
What? Mitch Larner was not going down without a fight.
WTF. Western Australia, your boy has done you proud.
Comes out to put on a smoke show for you guys. Give him a round of applause all the way from Australia, Mitch Larner.
So we're just going to take a 30-minute break from the action while the smoke clears.
But I can guarantee you haven't travelled as far as this man has, flying 6 times a year to Ireland to compete here. Will you give a huge Irish welcome from the man, the Thunder from down under, Mitch Larner! 2 international drivers against each other, both in V8 monsters. The UK takes on the Australian Mitch Larner in 2 of the most badass cars that have ever landed in Ireland.
Good speed. Oh, and a transition from there for Larner looks a little bit sketchy. But
Look at Larner!
Larner all over Banksy. Mitch Larner absolutely right in the side of Banksy's V8 S13. Pushing Banksy
Yeah, he's
around
just
the track.
pushing Bagsy up to the start line. That's what it's all about.
Look at this from Mitch Larner. Unbelievable chase driving. Look at Mitch Larner.
Look at him intimidating Bagsy on the way up. He's followed him all the way around the track. Down under.
Oh, look at Banksy!
this!
Whoa, Banksy, big aggression from Banksy as he fires it in. Can he stay with Larner? Larner, big angle. Banksy, early transition. Larner looking good and mobile on Link ECU corner. Larner, unbelievable driving from both
That
of these
is
guys.
incredible.
Whoa.
Incredible driving from Mitch Larner and Bagsy. Slide him left for Larner, slide him right, left. Larner gets 1 vote. He needs 1 more. And there it is! Mitch Larner goes through to the top 8, the Australian.
Slamming through the gears. Shannon and Larner.
Look at Larner! Larner is right there, all the way, with Connor Shannon pushing him around the track. Mitch Larner's not backing down on this one. The Australians coming for it. Look at this! Onto the door, Connor Shannon's coming. Which way is it gonna go? Kieran goes Mitch Larner, and Mitch Larner gets the win! Ireland versus Australia. Larner has never made it to the final, and if he does, that's the biggest threat this 15 years will have. And what has happened there? Something has happened Mitch Larner's car during the warm-up.
You have got to be kidding me.
It is being reported from the start line that it looks like Mitch Larner has terminal engine failure on his Westlake Tire LSA, and that is not a cheap engine, nor is it an unreliable one. And unfortunately today one of those moments happened which we didn't want to happen, which was somebody was cut down in their prime, and when they were looking like they could get finally to the top step of that podium, But if one man here deserves a huge, huge ovation, it's this man. Will you please, O'Leary, absolutely scream for third place, Mitch Larner! And we go, and it is going to be Mitch Larner up on the line. And Mitch Larner, the Thunder from Down Under. If you're new to drifting, this is what happened. He was in the mix in O'Leary at round 2, blew his engine, flew back to Australia, built an engine in Australia, took it apart, brought it as carry-on and luggage to Ireland, built the engine in Ireland then into the car 3-4 days ago, mapped it, and the Thunder from Down Under is back in the fight.
Yeah, back in the fight and gunning for that top spot. He wants the streak and he wants 20 Gs. Could today be the day for Mitch Larner? Just as he was about to approach the line, he was ready to step up against Dwayne McKeever at round 2. The engine gives way, but he is back and he is ready to redeem himself and take home the prize fund. Can Mitch Larner go top of qualifying here, Dave? Wheels off and eventually just gives up. And unfortunately for Charlie Geary, that is all she wrote. As what a ball run from Mitch Larner. Ladies and gentlemen, hit him with a wall of sound.
15 years of history and €20,000 on the line. The biggest moment in Irish drifting, I would imagine. Why don't we bring the two boys down and have a word? What do you think? As if it couldn't get any more tense for them, we're going to bring them down. And as you can see straight away, Mitch Larner wants it. These boys have battled through 80 drivers to be into the final 2 positions, and Larner looks like he is trying to intimidate Dwayne McKeever from the off.
And you know, me and Dwayne have been waiting for this, and I know the whole crowd and the whole world have been waiting for this. And you know, our cars are on point. I think we're both on point. We both qualified first and second. And you know, when I woke up this morning, I knew we both had to do that. I don't care if I take the back off the sides, the front, or blow another engine. I'm going through Dwayne to get that 20 grand and take the streak. So you'll see us. We're going to go to war, that's for sure.
Hey. Is McKeever to lead in Larner. Here we go. Look at Larner. And look at Larner now starting to reel him in. Larner's gunning for it. He's coming for a huge dive. Oh! Larner tags the wall. What a dive from Larner. And he's back into the fight again as he goes for Dwayne McKeever's door. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for McKeever and Larner. Larner throws it in, bit of separation. McKeever now starts to make the dive. Larner now gets to the outside of the course. Not the proximity from McKeever we've seen earlier. As they transition back, look at this. McKeever starting to come through. And right onto the door we go. Right onto the door we go as McKeever now starts to chase in Larner. And McKeever loses him a little bit in the smoke. It is so tense. It is so incredible. Make some noise, Mondello Park! David, absolutely everything. This place was absolutely bananas. What an ovation from the stand here. Whichever way it goes, you will be etched into the memories of every Irish drift fan, and today, probably every fan from around the world. What a day.
You know, I gave it everything. He just had the pace on me on the first corner, and the car stalled up on me a bit coming through here, and I straightened up. So I'd say I know he's got the win, but you know what? I had an awesome day. Once again, we proved to the world that we're here and we're mixing it up. And you know, Dwayne McKeever better watch out because I know I'm coming back and I'm not going to stop until I beat this man. So. Well,
just to say, there was a lot of deliberation and a lot of replays going on in the tower, so you never know which way it's going to go.
You can tell by when drivers when they signal to the camera on the start line how confident they are. This guy just oozes it, so I think he's going out here for the 100-point run. Look at the rolling burnout into the first corner. No handbrake either. Full throttle into the first corner. No handbrake. This is going for it. 100-point run. He's trying for it here, Eddie.
Yeah, look, you know, the man from Western Australia right now is just, I mean, he's a modest enough guy. He exudes confidence, but when he gets behind the wheel, he is an absolute killer. Shredding those Zestino tires right now.
Finished up. What a run from Mitch Larner. We said started with rain today, but now we have the thunder because the Australian has put in a monster. I think that could even go bigger. I don't know if that'll be beaten today. That was a incredible run out there.
It was pretty impressive. I mean,
let's see what he does on the scoreboard, Eddie. Will he go top? Will he stay top? Will he improve? It could be a very big score. Mitch Larner, Dwayne McKeever watches the scoreboard from the start line. 95.3 for Mitch Larner. goes top by a mile. We're making that far. Look at Larner.
Yeah, Larner throwing it in behind McBurney, wheel to wheel, as they take it out to the wall. The Thunder from down under bringing the fight, and Larner punches down, makes some noise.
He loses his undefeated streak this year. If he loses, Ireland loses 15-year undefeated streak. Larner to lead him in as the higher qualifier. McKeever to chase. It's the final here. McKeever, big dive onto the door of Larner as he starts to push the Australian, and Larner hits the wall hard but stays in it. And Larner not backing off, hammering the clutch in that car to keep it going. And look at McKeever. He's right there with Larner as they transition, getting up close and personal with the Australian as they transition back. McKeever is in the prime of his life right now. No fear, pure confidence, taking Larner to the hairpin and staying wheel to wheel as they come through. And Larner did a great job of putting in a look at McKeever brushing the rear bumper of Larner's car. Have you ever seen driving quite like it as they transition once again? McKeever showing how, and he's going for it. Larner dives in behind McKeever, a little bit of a wobble there. Oh, McKeever goes wide to the wall, but Larner's right there. Larner's right there with McKeever, hammering the door of that Troy Ace Tires 180SX. And another sensational transition by...
Back onto the door, Dave, where he looks to set himself up for one final attack through the final corner. He goes door to door with the best in the business, and they cross the line.
That after one of the most memorable finals I've ever watched, taking second position on the podium, is Mitch Larner.
Eddie, grandstand, stay. Hey, grandstand. Up, come on. It's Forrest Wang and Mitch Larner. You're even sitting down right now. Jesus. We're building this one up. One from Australia, one from Las Vegas. Their own cars, both here right now in Mondello Park, going through the gears.
Wang to lead them in. Mitch Larner now, can he take it to the final where he faced James Dean? Goes big dive down the inside from Larner. Hunt starts to lose some ground. What has Larner got through the final sections? He closes the gap, Dave. Wang, they come over the brow of the hill of Mondello. One of them's going through to the final four. Wang offline, drops a couple of wheels. Larner shreds the Zestino tires, goes wide as he comes by Link Engine Management corner. A scrappy affair from these two. Wang shows contact as they go towards the wall, but they stay in it. And over the line, Mondello Park raised the roof.
Ah, it's too much. It's too much. One vote for Mitch Larner. And Larner gets the win. Larner gets the win and goes through to the final four.
Here we go. Shanahan leaves the line, slams through the gears. Larner right there with him, side by side as they come down the straight. Here we go. Big flick entry from Conor Shanahan. Larner hunts the door. The Thunder from down under. Could we see him on the podium once again here? Or will Shanahan spoil the party? Deep into that outer zone goes Shanahan, but Larner's right there on the door. Shanahan throws it onto the wall. Larner side by side, bringing the fight once again. Wheel to wheel as they cross the line, they make contact.
All this side by side as James Dean initiates. Oh, Mitch Larner all over the front of James Dean's car. What a statement from Mitch Larner. Can they hold on to it? Of the multiple champion. Now, there he is. He's right there with him. Look how wet the track is. No chance, but they transition into outer zone 5. Back onto the wall goes Dean. Larner right with him. They push very hard. Larner now starting to find them back on the side of James Dean's car, rubbing all the way across the line. Eddie Power.
Yeah, look, statement made.
As we end this video now, I just want to leave a quick special message to the most important people in the world. To my parents, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to go and chase my dreams and give up everything they had to make this possible for me. I love you guys so much, and while we might be ending this exciting chapter of my life, I can't wait to see what else we can do for the rest of our lives.